off enough, and moment of truth. That is our culprit. Cylinder number 4. Look how clean she is. I'll just wipe that one off. Yeah. Wow. Yep, so that is our cylinder. Kind of wiping some stuff off. But there we go. That's it. We will have to do oil change also. You know, a filter and a new oil on this, just because 1, head gasket blew. You don't want any of that old stuff in there. 2, when you take the head off, it always goes down inside of the cylinders. It's just inevitable. So, oh yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Cylinder number 4. That one is super clean. Well, let me go show you the parts we got. Gotta bring y'all in here real quick. I haven't even opened the cylinder head up yet. I have opened the bolts just to make sure they were right. There's our head bolts right here. Got them from Felpro. Part number, focus, ES71178. Now the head gasket. 1, 2, they're going to have the new style or old style. Difference is, they're on that corner, how that one's just round. Here's the new style. See how it's got like that little extra piece right there? That's like the biggest difference. I think the old one had the new style on it, but it didn't need it because this is the old style block. You can tell just by how it doesn't have that little extra added piece on the back. So we'll use the old style gasket. You can use either one, from what I've read, that you can put the new style or the old style on there. Just depends on what you want to do. But I would just go with whatever they got in stock if you need it in a hurry. One's a Molly, male, however you say this. MAE 54355 is that. One is a Felpro. I think the new style is the Molly one. Old style is the Felpro 26185. Here's the cylinder head. We got it from O'Reilly's. It's a Power Torque one. It is right there. It's PTQ 2853. Let me open it up and I'll show it to you once I open it. So here's the head right there. Comes with the cam already installed. Got like the little tags and tabs and stuff on the front showing where it was redone. Got studs in it on this side. And then it's got the studs on the intake side as well. This is the front. You can see that's the hole I was talking about for the bolt, and it's got all that right there for your valve train. But one thing I got to do to this one is I want to switch over the spark plugs, and on the back we'll have to switch this right here over so that we can get that on, because there's like an exhaust transfer plate that goes right here, because exhaust runs through here and to there for your EGR. So that's how that works. They even make block off plates for that, but they didn't do it on this one. But we're going to put that back on, and I think we should have the right gasket for it. So I couldn't find torque specs to this, so I just went off about what the intake manifold was. Intake manifold torques to 14, but I went just a little bit more than that. I went to 20 on these right here, and I got the gasket in there. Now the cylinder head bolts, they torque to 58. The timing sprocket bolt torques to 58. The exhaust manifold bolts torque to, I think it was 34 if I remember correctly. Exhaust manifold 33. Intake manifolds 14. Crank pulley bolt, if you take it out, is 116. Cam sprocket 58. Cylinder head bolts 58, except for the little front one. I found it. I think it torques to the 10mm. Yes, torques to 29 foot-pounds. So 29 foot-pounds, and then 58 on everything else. Timing sprocket is 58, and that is pretty much everything I think on that. I did clean up the threads, cleaned them out with some brake cleaner, then chased them with a tap, and then I cleaned off all the pistons, and I put a little bit of oil on the cylinder on the inside just so it wouldn't dry out. And I put the old style head gasket on here just because that's what that calls for. You can see all the back. I got to clean all that up, so it ain't a big problem. But chase the threads, and now all we got to do is put the head on here and start torquing everything down. But what I'm going to do first is I have to put the sprocket on here, and I'm going to rotate it to where it is at top dead center on there. So you can actually put the sprocket on there, get the bolt and everything, put it on there, and tighten it down just enough to where it will rotate it in the correct orientation. And then you can just use a little impact or whatever and zip it out real quick. But we're going to do that right now. So I just set the head down on there. Didn't really push it down, any of that stuff. You can see it's on there now, and you can actually get this, and you can turn it because there's no valve train in it, and we're just going to get it right there. Got the 12mm just kind of started, put just a little bit of silicone on it. And then on the other ones, I'm going to put this thread sealant with PTFE in there on the head bolts. Just something I like to do. Some people tell me you don't have to do it if it's not going into a water jacket. Do it just to do it anyway. Put rocker arm assembly. I did put some oil on the cam. Get this open. She's a little tight. Put some on the threads, just like that. And drop them down there. Just kind of start them just a little bit. I'm just going to do this to all of them. Maybe y'all probably don't care to see me do that to every one of them. So, just wanted to show the first two until I get ready. I did not notice that that rocker arm was upside down. That might help. Make sure they're all there good. Start a little bit. But like I said, just want to go through, do that, and then whenever I get ready to torque them down, I'll bring you back and show you the torque sequence I use. Rotated it over about 6 times, and no binding, everything lined back up the way it should have, and everything was good to go. And we actually ended up with the timing mark on one of the timing marks on the chain, so it kind of worked out. And now all we have to do is just start putting everything back together. Valve cover gaskets, when you do it, when you put this right here, like you saw on the way it was before we took it off, put a little bit of silicone. Typically I like to put some down inside of here on the front and back ones just to keep it from seeping out, and then I put a little bit across it for the valve cover gasket. Then we'll put the all the block off plates, transfer them from the old head onto there, and just kind of go from there. I already told you torque specs, 33 on the exhaust, and then 14 on the intake. I guess that's just it. I'm just going to start rolling with it and start putting everything back on. Whenever I finish, bring y'all back, we'll crank her up, and I'll kind of show you how I set the timing on one of these right here for the distributor. So I put it back together. Forgot to show y'all how to do the timing on this, so I'll kind of explain it a little bit right now. When you go to put the distributor in, take your cap off, and on the cap they're numbered. So put number 1, because whenever you go to slide it in, it's going to kick back towards the front of the car. The rotor button is. So put the rotor button in about right here in between number 1 and 3, I believe it is. Put it probably about 3/4 of the way, slide it in, and it will kick back. And then you want it to where it's about halfway on your adjuster screw right there. And then when you slide it in, it should kick it back to about where number 1 is, and then you'll have enough room to adjust the play on it. And I know that I didn't show it to y'all, and sorry about that. I was just in the moment and just forgot to do it. I still have to put the spark plugs in here, but we put new oil in it. We got a filter on it. All the belts and stuff are on. Everything is torqued down and on it. Like I said, the only thing I gotta do is put these spark plugs in it, and then I'm gonna try to crank it up and see what we need to do about adjusting the timing. We might have to turn it, advance it, retard it a little bit. So one of those just to get it dialed in perfect where we want it. But pretty much everything is back on. I do have to put coolant in it, but that's pretty much this right here. So let me put the spark plugs back in it and put the wires on there, and then once I get it cranked up, bring y'all back and let y'all hear it. So we have it running, and you can hear it. I do need to adjust the valves a little bit, but I'm gonna let it cool back down before I do that, because I want to do them cold. But it is running, and the temperature is, it already came up. I added water and it went back down a little bit, so temperature is doing what it's supposed to. But you can probably hear it a little bit right here. It's got a little bit of a valve rattle, so I need to adjust the valves on it. But other than that, that's pretty much putting one of these on. If y'all would like to know the valve lash specs and stuff like that, I'll probably go ahead and put them in the description below, just so everybody's got them, because more than likely if you're switching ahead, you're going to have to do the valve adjustment anyway. And it's just like on Hondas. You just have, I think it's a 12mm nut and then like a little flat blade screwdriver, and you just adjust it when the valves are closed, and you just put the filler gauge in there and then tighten it back down and all that good stuff. But I'll put the specs in the description down below. If there are any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll get to them as soon as possible. I do have my stickers now. Don't have them with me, but on the next video we'll show them to y'all, let y'all know what they look like. And I did put up a couple of them on my toolbox, so yeah, I could show you those. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me go show y'all those first. Yeah, so did crank up. The timing is about dead on when it comes to this. It fires up first turn. That's my new car. Good old 2024 4Runner. Hate the payments, but like the car. This is my mess. Right here is where the car was parked. That's the box. Got to put the core back in that. And here we go. Those are the new stickers. That one right there, and then that one right there. So if y'all would like any of those, let me know on Instagram. I'll get them out to you as soon as possible. If y'all want any of those, I do have t-shirts as well. And I don't have any of those with me right now, but it has that logo on the back and that on the front, and then the other shirts have that on the front and back with my motto across the top. It says "Torque this tight," and I have that in a gray with the navy symbol, and then I have a black with navy, I think, or black with white on there. I have to look it up, I forgot. But then I do have small all the way up to 2X on those, and the giveaway is going on right now, so go comment on that if y'all would like to win any of that. I do have my hats coming. They're not in yet. They're waiting on the leather to get in. But as always, if y'all got anything, hit me up on Instagram. I get to it as soon as I can. Same thing on the comments on here. Get to them as soon as I can. And if you got anything else, I mean, you don't even have to pertain to this type of vehicle. Just let me know what you got. I'll try to answer the best of my knowledge. But until next time, y'all remember, torque this tight. Y'all have a great day.